following the fumble recovery. Lance. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are on the board first here in Vegas. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Second down, Jacobs once more. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he'll just get rid of it. Well, this defense for the Niners, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And look at this. For the 2nd straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now a play fake. Carr. And trying to get it to runs, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And they faked the handoff. Now Lance. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Daron Payne forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Aiyuk, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And they'll get this down to the 10. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. Off of play action, here's Lance. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now Lance. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Niners 21, Raiders nothing.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Tackled back at the 26-yard line.
On play action, it's Carr. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
(21-0) our score after one.
Niners 21, Raiders nothing.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their second straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten big.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Daron Payne able to record his 5th sack of the season. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Play action, now it's Lance. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And the Raiders have got him. Daron Payne in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to it, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Lance. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first down, Carr. He's going to air one out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second and 5 now. Carr. Touchdown Raiders. Darren Waller. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On play action, Lance. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Lance getting this out to the flat. Mostert. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Here's Lance to throw it. Man open. That's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Lance now on first down. Out to his left. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Niners 28, Raiders 14. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. After the sack on first down, Carr. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Play action. Now it's Carr. Steps away. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room?
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Daron Payne. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. The Lance going to throw. Pressure coming, and they got him once again. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Lance. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
On 2nd and 11 now, Lance. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
But to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Here's Mostert. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Niners take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now Gold for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake. Carr. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Here we go. Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Niners are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
From the 29, Lance forced out to, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. Under pressure, they got him again. Daron Payne make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 10, Carr. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. A 1st down and more for Jacobs. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On play action, now Carr. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one,
and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And have good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Lance. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown...
Touchdown! Josh Jacobs. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Raiders 21.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he's going to have a Niners first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing now is Lance. And the Raiders have got him. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. And Lance now to throw. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On 1st down, Lance. He'll swing this out to Mostert. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 15. There he goes right side. 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all three timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Lance going to try and throw on third down here. Eluding the pressure right. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now a give to Mostert running right. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Golden to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Niners 42, Raiders 28. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Oh, I think the Niners got it back. Yes, San Fran recovers. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
Well, Charles, it's one thing.